Hello everybody, welcome to this week's analysis of our trades for the month. It's a trading month of June 2020. We're going to have a look at the account that we've been trading with. It's on MetaTrader 4. You can see it's a verified account, and we're going to go through and have a look at our equity curve and everything that's happened. So this month the profit on the account was $734 US. It's a 5% gain over the month, which is quite good. So we did have a good month. If you look at the growth curve here in terms of percentages, we probably did the best in the first few days of June, and these last couple of weeks of June the curve did flatten out. A couple of little losses, and then recovered all right coming into the last week. If we have a look at our drawdown, this is what's really important. You can see that the account never lost in a trading day any more than 1.3%, and that's because we're managing position sizes, and we'll put a video up after this describing how to come to the right position size and manage your risk. You'll see that the last half of June was where we were the least successful, but our losses were contained relative to the size of the account, and that way we managed to keep most of the wins we had and end the month in a pretty good profit. 5% a month is really good. Anywhere between 2% to say 5% a month is really quite good in trading. If you're seeing 100% a month and all that sort of stuff, that's not sustainable. If you could make 100% a month, you'd literally be a multi-millionaire within a year, and it just doesn't work like that. But 5%, excellent, really good, with only a 2.35% drawdown. That's stable, consistent growth. So here's our profit curve, and you can see we made most of our profit in the first half of the month, and then flattened out in the last half of the month, and that suits the principle of, you know, win a little bit, lose a little bit, win a little bit, lose a little bit, lose a little bit, win a lot, lose a little bit, win a little bit. So the point is, you never lose a lot. You always lose a little bit, but you never lose a lot. And that helps you balance out with winning a little bit and losing a little bit. It helps balance you out, and it allows you to be in there for those opportunities when you're going to win a lot, but never ever lose a lot. And that's where the drawdown comes in. A drawdown of 1%, 1.5%, even 2% is not bad. That's okay. It's when you start getting much higher drawdowns, like 10, 15, 20% on your account, then that's starting to become gambling rather than trading. So let's go further down. Let's have a look at how we went. We did 115 trades. We won 70 of our 115 trades, which represents 61%, and we lost 45 of the 115 trades, which represents 39%. Our average win for the month was $19.60, and our average loss was $14.16. Now this is obviously relative to the size of the position that we were taking, and relative to our account size. So for you, these numbers will be different, and it depends what risk profile you fit. We try not to risk more than 2% of our account in any trade. Okay, the longs won. We won 67% of our longs, and we lost 50% of our shorts. Sorry, we won 50% of our shorts, and we lost 50% of our shorts. Our best trade made us $128, and our worst trade lost us $59.47. Our average trade length is 5 hours and 55 minutes. Now, this will change month to month. At the moment, with the volatility and the market behaving the way it is, we are taking trades for shorter periods of time. compared to when the market is more stable, our average trade length will increase. That it might be 12 hours, it could even be 72 hours. But at the moment, our average trade length is usually being closed on the same day within the session. Profit factor is 2.15. So the profit factor shows how many times the gross profit exceeds the gross loss. The higher the value, the better. And our expectancy is positive. This is very good. This means that on average, on every trade we take, we're making a $6.39. Again, these numbers change depending on your account balance and your risk profile. We don't take very high risks at all. So the Z-score is used for calculating the ability of a trading system to generate wins and losses in streaks. It enables us to see the streaks generated if they are of random pattern or not. So in this system, there is a 99.99% chance that a profit will be followed by a profit and a loss by a loss. So that makes sense. Typically in our system, we might open a position and then we'll open another position in the same trade. So if it's a winning trade, both those trades that we've entered or positions we've entered would be winners, and sometimes it happens as well with the losers. So that's why it's saying that. So our system tends to win more in streaks and lose in streaks as well. Here's some of the history of the trades based on sorted by net profit. So you can see our best trade was $128.67, and these are just withdrawals that we made from the account when we opened the copy trade account. I'm going to show you the copy trade account now as well. It hasn't had any trading on it, but it's now open. And you can see our worst trade is on the Dow US 30. Our worst trade was minus $59. So on an account balance of 5,000 US dollars, $59 is a little over a 1% loss for the account balance. Okay, let's put it back. All right. Okay, monthly gain 5.03%. So let's have a look now at some of the signals that came through. I'm going to switch across to here. This is one of the pages in our presentation that we had, where it tells you about the signals group. It's usually $3.50 a month for non-subscribers. For subscribers, for people who are copy trading us, that's new. That's why we've opened the new copy trade account. It hasn't had one trade yet. It's free for them. That's how we trade, and your account can copy it as well. And it's also free for people who are live Hot Forex account holders who have signed up through our affiliate link. I'm just going to show you here. I'm just logging into my Hot Forex, and you can see this is the new copy trade account. It hasn't had any trading history yet. You can see it literally was approved on Thursday, and we moved $5,000 out of our other trading account to put it into here. So that's going to be live and available for people on Hot Forex to copy if they'd like to. Let's go back. So if we look here, you can see that we had a signal. This was on Friday. Go long Euro GBP at this price with a stop loss and a take profit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to shoot across to our MT4 and have a look at what happened there. So this is our MT4 trading account. This account is set up with our trading system. It's known as our price action indicator, and every time a signal is generated, it gets an arrow will appear, and we get notifications sent directly to our cell phones, where we distribute to the people in our signals group. You'll see here that this system is on 24/7. It's got a secured internet line to it all the time. So immediately as a signal is presented, we get the signal to send through and distribute accordingly to our subscribers. Our copy trade system automatically enters their position, and then also to the people who have opened up hot Forex accounts using our affiliate link. So this is the Euro GBP. On Friday we had two signals. Where you see this green line, I'm just going to show you. Where you see this green line, you can see it's the trade that we entered. We took this signal. It came out quite late in the candle. We took it, we made a small profit, and we exited. So you can see there our profit was $9.94 on this position. Here our profit was $2.59. Now this position here, we should have played this better. We were a little bit nervous being a Friday, but the potential, if you entered the first signal that came out, which we did, we then exited to make a $2.59 profit, and then a new signal came out and we should have actually stayed in. Look, we didn't lose any money, which is the important thing, but the potential was from entry over here all the way up to here. It's 300 pips. We decided to exit the trade because this candle, it was dominant, and then you can see there was a retracement. And when you look at candle methodology and you look at price action, that indicates that the sellers were winning, and they managed to push back that dominance. And we didn't want to have a final trade as a loss, but in fact the buyers came back in the very next candle and completely dominated the sellers, and significantly had a bullish movement. So any of you guys who took that trade and didn't exit early like we did, I think you would have done much better out of it than us. We do always say in our signals, take profit at the trader's discretion, and the reason we say that is everybody has different ways of managing their trades. We like to give the entry and the recommended stop loss. That is the most important part, is the recommended stop loss and also the entry. From there, you manage the trade as you like. We do give a take profit suggestion. However, you do need to look and read the market. If you're comfortable in reading the market, then follow our signals and decide when you'd like to exit, or even use the recommended take profit. For people on the copy trade, we'll do that obviously for you. Okay, so now let's have a look at a couple of the other ones. We had some good signals on the VIX. Here we had some losing trades, minus $22, minus $26. We didn't send these out because they weren't signals. We traded them ourselves, but what we did send out to the group were the actual signals, and they did go also quite well. Here was a signal. We didn't enter this position. I'm not sure if any of you did enter that position. Let's have a look now at, I think it was US oil as well. Yeah. So this was the US oil signal that came out. We traded it. We made a $53 profit on this trade. Again, we got out of the trade here. For some of you that may have stayed in, you could have doubled the amount of pips made compared to what we did, but we were quite comfortable getting out there. Again, if we zoom in, you'll see that the reason we got out was there was quite a strong retracement in this candle here, meaning the sellers were doing quite well, and we didn't want to lose the profit that we'd had. So we moved our stop loss up, and we were stopped out on that position. Okay guys, well, I hope that helps looking back at the month. I'm just going to put back the screen that shows our trades and what we did. Okay, where are we here? So overall, it was a pretty good month. I mean, we're not going to go into each and every trade in detail. We'll sit here for hours doing that. But overall, we won some, we lost some, we managed our risk, and we finished off with a 5% gain at the end of the month for us, which was $734. You might say, but how is $734 5% of a $5,000 account? Well, for half of the month, we had the account at $10,000 and we withdrew $5,000 to put it into our copy trade account, as you can see here. And that's been passed by Hot Forex and is now available for people to copy. That's why that calculation comes out to what it does. But nonetheless, overlooking percentage, $734 gain for the month. Thank you very much. Guys in the group, feel free to ask any questions if you like. Thank you.